Hey guys, Stealth here. Welcome back to From the Depths to this behemoth of a submarine. Now, today I want to have, or at least a working start on a laser anti-missile defense. It's going to take a while to get that thing built, especially considering that I probably need quite a few connectors, and it has been a while since I actually built a laser defense system. I think I only got these things working successfully once or twice, if that. Now, you could argue that a laser defense system might not even be the right way to go about this thing, as yes, it can probably work, but you might argue that sonobuoys would work a little better. So, it's going to be an interesting situation to see if I can actually get it to work properly. Let's see, is it still connected? I believe it is. Yep, good. Because what I wanted to do first, thanks to you guys' suggestions, is add an ejector add-on to my launch pad. That... What? Oh, really? An ejector is not connected. You have to connect it to a missile launch system. Oh, fine. What I wanted to do is set up my launcher as well as an ejector system so that I can fire these things off to the side, these sonobuoys. So we're going to have to adjust the system a little bit, like that. And there's the gantries. And these sonobuoys are going to look a little different from what I had them previously. Now, of course, we need to add a missile control system. Missile controller. You connected? Yes, you're connected. So, we're going to have the ballast tank, we're going to have the sonar buoy, we're going to have the missile interceptor in the nose, and... oh, I don't know. I would like a propulsion system on here, but I don't have any fuel, so that's not going to really work out. I could move it... yeah, let's do that. I'm going to move the whole section back a little bit to give me a little bit more room, because I need a little bit more room to work with. If I put it over here, and I still have the gantries in front of it, so I have 1, 2, 3 gantries, then we're going to have the ejector system right there at the back. Now we have the controller, and then we have the ACB, the automatic control block. Okay, so now we're going to have in the back, well, not really fins, I don't need those. Torpedo propeller, we're going to have 1 fuel tank, we're going to have, where is it, the ballast tank, we're going to have the missile interceptor on the nose, right there, sonar buoy, and I don't know, what else are we going to get? Just a body? Fins? I don't know, fins, fine. And we're going to save that as the movable sonar buoy. Set it up on the other side as well. Load, movable sonar buoy. And now I can actually adjust the firing angle, or at least I should be able to. Please tell me that ejector actually works. Oh right, that side doesn't have it set up yet, I think. No, it does. What are you talking about? This is a missile launch pad. Why is it not working? Ejector add-on. Not connected. Connect to a launch pad that is connected to a missile controller. We have a frickin' missile controller. Do we need to do it like that? Yep, now it's gonna work. Okay, so the ACBs are gonna have to move. Control. Automated control block. Out there in the back. Right. Ejection azimuth. Minus is left, right is plus. So let's say minus 45. And I want to test this weapon, or this system. So in order to do that, we're going to have to set up the ACB. Set the ACB, activate every 20 seconds. to fire something at one range. Weapon system, fire weapon. Test. Really? I need to make it 2? Otherwise it doesn't work? Or do I have enough... I probably don't have enough sonar buoy controllers. Where are my active sonar buoys? 1, 2... Yep. I think I have too many. We're taking damage. We're being shot at by a laser, damn it. So far it's missing. Well, I stand corrected, it's no longer missing. What the hell is this? What is up here? Aerial craft. We are launching anti-air missiles. They are tracking the target. Oh, it's the shooting star. That little bitch. Well, little is not really the right phrase, I suppose. He's running a little low on fuel at this point, 33k. Starting to take some explosive damage, some frag warheads impacting with it. Down to 93%. How are we doing? We're still on 100%. So far it seems that his laser's not really working too well. We're sending up a new salvo as anti-air missiles. As one of you guys mentioned, you might, or I might want to install a short-range anti-air missile system geared with faster missiles. And I might do just that. I first want to make sure this thing actually goes down. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. May have impacted an ammo crate or two. Also, if this thing dies, there's going to be a lot of materials in the water. So let's make sure we're prepared for that contingency. Install some material storages. A couple of raw resource containers. There, now we can hold 32k. That should be enough. Can we kill this thing once and for all? It's down to 24,000 fuel. Yeah, we're gonna sink that, or, well, kill that thing. I'm not sure if it's gonna sink, per se, but it is gonna die this episode. And for some reason, we're almost coming up vertically in the water now. Might have to do with my propellers not really working. Anyway, as that is happening, let's continue working on these setups. Load, movable sonar buoy, ejector system, ejection azimuth 45-degree angle. There. And we need to set up this ACB before I forget it. Come on, where are you? There's the ACB. And this thing is set to effective range 2 blocks. Activate every 20 seconds. And we're going to fire a weapon. Weapon system, fire. Test fire. Yep. Angles out at 45 degrees. Sorta, until it just continues on a straight course. Well, whatever. It works anyway. How's my aerial friend doing? He's trying to get away, it seems. And I think he's actually getting away because my missiles don't have the range anymore. Which is unfortunate. But he's down to 79%. His fuel is down to about 19,000. And he seems to be circling around. Not really as controllable as he once was. But if he gets into range again, then we're just going to hit him again. In the meanwhile, as I was saying at the start of the episode about 10 minutes ago, I'm looking to install an anti-missile system. But judging by the current threat, I think a smoke launcher might be a better option. It's been a while since I used those things. Munition warners and... or actually laser warners need to be installed, and then smoke dispensers. This thing needs to be connected to the AI, of course. Which is not going to be too easy. But I might be able to use the fin for that. So we're going to have a laser warner, and then a smoke dispenser. We're going to need quite a few more smoke dispensers, probably. Fortunately, I have my AI core running pretty much through the core of the boat. So with that, let's say right here, I might be able to install a few more smoke dispensers. So, connectors. Like that. And then I want to have my smoke dispenser on there. Underwater smoke, what the hell. Whatever, if it works and keeps my boat safe, I'm all for it. These things are connected. Yep, perfect. I could even have another one over here. I'm just not sure what the disposal or dispenser range is, really. So how much they can actually do for me. So if I'm doing something that's completely unfeasible, let me know in the comments. Because then I'd happily adjust this system and make it a bit more suitable for the purpose. So trying to stay alive as a general purpose. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 smoke dispensers. How about adding a few more? Let's just get rid of the scope for now. We're not likely to use that thing anytime soon. What do we have in the back here? We have all the RTGs in the back. I'm considering moving those down to the lower decks, where we have plenty of storage. There, that's the RTGs. We can move that one. We have plenty of research storage as well. This should allow me to remove the upper bays here, which I can barely see. There's so damn many of them. Okay. There's the other RTGs. And my electric engine. That one. How about just redoing the whole propulsion system? So we're going to have a couple of large battery storages. These things, well, they need to be relatively close to the RTGs. Let's make it a large battery bank here in the back. Come on. Come on. There you go. Moving the RTGs over. And we're going to have another couple of batteries here. So that I basically never run out of power. Come on. There we go. And now my electric engine. Done. It's generating 28,000 power, or sorry, 2,800 power, so that should be more than enough for a while. Meaning I can demolish / remove these blocks. It's another RGG or 2 that I can save on. And meanwhile, I'm also deleting half my AI. That's not really what I was going for. The Heartstone block, definitely an important element here. Are we leaking anywhere? I may have to keep that water pump around, or that air pump. Anyway, my plan here is to continue on with the core of the AI. I think I forgot a touch. Yep, there it is. And where do I want my smoke dispensers? Let's say off to the sides. So something like that. One there. Again, no idea if this is going to be enough. Ah, shit, forgot mirror mode. Not likely to go through that door anymore. Can just seal this whole section off soon. Mirror mode on. Add one there. Add one there. Block it back up. So that's a 3 and a 2 and then a 1. And my munition warners and smoke dispensers. Smoke. Smoke. Oh, actually, how about making this a double one? Add a few more laser warners. There. Are we being attacked? Because I am hearing something. And it sounds like material's breaking off. No, we seem to be fine. Where's that target? You're still there, are you? Almost out of fuel at this point. It took a beating. Potentially from the Sapphire. The Sapphire, which is, if I'm not mistaken, at long range trying to take down this Essen with a laser. Interesting. So you think that the Morning Star, which is right above you, is not your biggest concern? Okay. Sorry, Shooting Star, not the Morning Star. I've been watching a bit too much Lucifer, probably. 3,000 fuel. Are those my torpedoes? Not likely. Not by the area at which they were fired, or the angle. Those look like my torpedoes. And they seem to be going for the surface combatant, which is possibly the Essen, because this thing probably has an altitude, the Sapphire. And aside from that, it's probably too fast. Oh, look, the Shooting Star is running out of fuel. 1,400, 1,300, 1,200. That thing's gonna come crashing down. That's when my torpedoes can find it. The Essen and the Sapphire are going at it. Seems to be a bit of a one-sided fight. The Essen's taking a beating from the Sapphire, but the Sapphire... Sorry, the Essen's not really doing that much to return fire. Might not have the capability of doing so. So, it looks like our Shooting Star is trying to jump. Its altitude is crashing. 200, 180, 150, 140, 120... Goodbye. And now you're easy prey for my torpedoes. He's now in the water. The Sapphire... The Sapphire seems to also be in the water because it doesn't have an altitude. But I don't believe that it's capable of being hit by torpedoes. Not anytime soon, anyway. Hang on, are my torpedoes already heading for the Shooting Star? Well, they very well might. Okay, so that's good. Right, so now that we have smoke dispensers against lasers, as well as laser detectors... I could install another laser detector here, come to think of it. This means that we probably have a decent defense against lasers. Now... oh, nice, leveled up. Now we need to do the same thing for rockets, missiles, whatever you want to call them. And then probably in the next episode we're going to consider how we're going to be tackling things which have a missile defense system of their own. Oh, look. Not so tough now, are ya? He's still trying to limp away on jump drive, but it seems that he's too damaged. 53%. I just don't think I'm going to get there in time. I think that either of these other combatants here is going to take all the loot. The Essen seems to be closest. He left behind 3k. I could use that for a laser defense system. In the meanwhile, all my torpedoes that were initially going for the target that just killed off are redirecting themselves. Seemingly going for, I think, the Essen. However, I'm seeing some other white lines coming in. They may have run out. Okay, so let's start heading for that direction, generally. Movement order. Oh, right. I never bothered to give my AI maneuverability. Card slot, naval slot. No, this one actually needs to be in a card slot. See, I never use these. Shows you how much I know. So we're going to go with a naval AI slot. Come on. There. Okay, so now we should be able to give this thing orders to go somewhere without me manually having to constantly keep control of it. Yeah, it's a sea vehicle.
Water mode at your service.
What was the way to give this thing orders again?
Turning off. Turning off.
Turn
Gunnery
it
enabled.
on. Patrol mode.
Moving now.
No. Automatically engage opponents. No, that's not what I want.
You're in control.
You have follow patrol routes that you can set up.
Moving now.
Lovely.
Moving now.
That's better.
Moving now.
Okay, so now the boat's gonna head there. And in the meanwhile, I can focus on building. It also seems that the Sapphire has run out of... That is the thing that was running around at best speed, wasn't it? No, it's not. Because it still has fuel. And a ton of energy. 67,000 energy in that thing. Okay. So where is the Essen? Must have been taken out. And I think that this guy took all the resources. So hopefully my torpedoes can get him. Do some damage. There's constantly salvos of torpedoes going out. So we should be able to get some damage in, pick up this guy. And, well, we have 24,000 storage, we'll be fine. Right. Laser system. Where does one even begin? I think the best part to begin with would be here in the bow. And yes, I still need to remove my ammo crates over there. You guys mentioned that in the comments, you're absolutely right. I still need to do that. Energy weapons. I'm going to need multi-purpose laser. I'm going to need a couple of laser munition defenses. What the hell is the Annihilator? 6,500. Whoa! Oh, we could fit that on the bow of the boat. Or on the stern, come to think of it. No thanks. We're not here for that right now. What we're here for is to get couplers, cavities, and a laser combiner. As well, or actually, this thing goes on the multi-purpose laser, not the laser combiner. Again, I am very, very much learning on the job as I'm doing this, because it has been ages since I built one of these things. Cavities. Cavities are those things that store the laser beam. Or store the energy. Disconnected. They need to be connected to couplers. Yes, you're absolutely right. And we're going to have cavities. I'm thinking of having pumps on top of them, laser pumps, to keep building up energy for this thing. Pump 3 meter? Is that something that was added new? Okay, so that thing's quite a bit faster, it seems. Generated per second, 150 versus 50. Not bad. Still, I'm going to go with the standard formula of just having these things connected to the cavities. Right, so now we have about 4,500 total energy available. Again, I'm going to need your guys' help on this. I haven't used laser defense system in at least a year, so I'm not exactly sure how effective these things are, especially underwater. It's going to be interesting. Now, if I remember correctly, we could have a transceiver like that. No, actually coupler. Does the transceiver go on here? Yeah, it needs to be connected to a laser, you're right. There's my coupler. Multi-purpose laser. Laser power available. None. Okay, until I figure out how to do that, we're just going to use laser couplers. And we're going to set up the laser munition defense. No idea if this works. No idea if this works. Range below which to engage, 500 meters. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm not sure if I'm going to need two, actually. But I'm going to have to... Yeah, screw it, we're going to use two. I'm probably going to get all sorts of comments on this. Stealth, you're doing it all wrong. Yes. No doubt. Now, we have a laser defense system on the bow. If there are torpedoes coming in from the stern, we're going to have issues. So, I can either set up a separate laser defense system over there, or I can have another laser defense system sticking out of the rear of the boat. I might be able to just transmit all that power. So a transceiver. No, it doesn't go on there. Two multi-purpose laser connectors. Aha. You noob. Read the fucking manual. It said connector, not coupler. That's something entirely different. And now it works. Good. So, we can do the same thing in the back, using the bay that, or the power that we've generated up front. So, all the way in the stern of the boat. Not so much here. This is going to take some experimenting. We're going to need a connector. We're going to need a transceiver like that, and another one over there. So that... shit. Another one like that, another one over here. Point all the way back. I think it should go over there, if I'm not mistaken. All the way back here. Right. Connector. Transceiver. And it's potentially lined up. Not exactly sure. Potentially because there's no laser yet. Of course I'm deleting the wrong parts of the boat. So there needs to be a multi-purpose laser up here. Up. Is that it? Keyboard building probably would make this better. I know. And laser munition defense system. Then a transceiver. And another transceiver. Please tell me that works. Yes, this works. But something's not quite right here. This one says it's connected, but I believe I should be seeing beams. Like these things popping over. I'm not. It's probably because it's one notch too low. There it is. That's it. Okay, so now it should
Awaiting new orders.
work. It should work. I'm not sure if I'm going to need any of these other things. I probably do. The laser... no, not the optics. Oh, what was it again? Cavities, frequency doublers, and destabilizers. I think I need those to deal with the laser intensity. Just not exactly sure where they're connected to. Placed anywhere in line with the laser cavity, it increases the frequency. Multiple doublers can add to the same cavity. Yes, unfortunately my amount of cavities here is full. So, how about adding another one? And then cavities. And then we're going to add the frequency doubler. Let's say a couple of frequency doublers and a couple of destabilizers. Dramatically increase the energy used when firing. Increases damage. And make sure we have the pumps on here. Alright, we should have plenty of power right now. I am hoping that it works. I am not 100% sure. I will leave that in your capable hands, as I am not looking for a torpedo right now. I'm really hoping that I don't get shot, in fact. Oh, hello.
Moving now.
You're a lot of resources. My boat must have killed something in the meanwhile. There's another 2,000 down there. There's plenty of resource zones nearby. Not seeing any other fresh meat that we can recover. Nope, I think that right now there are no other targets nearby. Okay. So, we have our laser defense system. We have our smoke dispensers. Again, assuming that they're going to work correctly. Sorta. I hope. Hang on. My role reversal system is not installed on the bow. I think I never got around to that. Propellers. We could go with a couple of huges. So your roll reversal right hand side and your reversal left hand side. Hang on, we have a target nearby. Something up north. Something tiny, a vanguard. I wonder what sensors have detected this thing.
Awaiting new orders.
Yep, we picked up the resources. No idea which sensor is detecting it. Might be a radar. No, definitely not a sonar buoy. This sonar buoy is detecting it, and this radar buoy is tracking the vanguard as well. Hang on, do I have passive sonar on my boat? I do, it's just limited backwards. Yeah, that makes sense. Ah, damn it, there's no room there. Okay, as the last bit of this episode, I'm going to add another passive sonar on the rear of the boat, so that I can actually detect threats that are coming in from the stern. And when I say threats, I mean missiles. Or torpedoes, technically. Detection equipment, pass our sonar, 360, connected, line of sight right is blind, and forwards and left. Really? You're gonna be like that? That's because the sonar buoys are in the way, or the, no, not the sonar buoys. There we go. It cannot see forward very well, but starboard, port, and aft are fine. But we are going to need a few more processing blocks. A couple of general processing cards. We can set them up here. General processing card. Okay, we have access to 18 points of power. We need 14 points of power, so we're fine. How's that target up ahead? It died. Perfect. Okay, well, that concludes this episode. I'm very eager to see what I need to adjust with my laser missile defense system, as well as my smoke dispensers. I hope they work, but especially with the laser anti-missile defenses, I am probably not doing this right. So let me know down in the comments what I need to do to make this thing more effective, so that I can continue this series and not get blown up at a moment's notice. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for more of this behemoth in From the Depths.